ISIS is crumbling as the U.S.-led coalition zeroes in on the last of their territory held in Syria.
And Fox News foreign correspondent Benjamin Hall just returned from the front lines, where he actually sat down with a captured ISIS commander. Watch.
You joined a group that murdered, brutalized, tortured. So you have to take some responsibility for that.
Yeah, I take my responsibility. If I didn't got caught, I told you I would have been there dying right now. I'm not apologetic to something I believe in. If I believe in something, why should I leave? For what? That I was shot in my face and I didn't die. That is from, I believe that is from Allah.
Here with more is that man who interviewed him, Fox News foreign correspondent Benjamin Hall. Benjamin, that ISIS commander, unapologetic.
And
glad he did it.
Yeah, you hear that story across the board. It was in the name of Allah. It's permitted by the Quran. He specifically spoke about stonings being permitted, brutal deaths, mutilation. And we also spoke to him about the future, which is what everyone's talking about at the moment, whether ISIS can come back, had they been preparing. And here's what he said.
Did you see them preparing maybe for an insurgency as they towards the end when they knew they were going to lose?
No, and this is what I told one of the interrogators from America. I think they overestimated. And he told me, no, one day before we underestimated them, and we're not going to take a chance.
He speaks English because?
He's from Trinidad. He's one of the many fighters who comes from that country. In fact, the highest per capita of any nation in the world come from Trinidad.
You were there in the beginning. You were the first, before you even started working at Fox, you were behind the lines. You watched the rise of ISIS. What's changed?
You know, I was sitting here when we talked about the ascendancy. And going back last week, we hoped that that would be the end of it. I tell you what we learned is that this is a territorial defeat. And President Trump made it quite clear 2 days ago when he spoke to the coalition against ISIS that this was a territorial defeat, that there were remnants. And we heard that too, that they have been preparing for this, that they saw the military coming, and that they knew they couldn't take them on military to military.
Did you feel safe? I mean, this is a guy who justifies killing people who don't believe his religion. Did you felt safe?
Well, yeah, before he came in, he was unshackled, surprisingly, and put, a few feet in front of us. And so, of course, we took all the pens and any sharp objects off the table. Yeah. He was made to talk to us. There's no doubt about that. He's being held by the Kurds. And more than fear, it's the look in his eye. It's the total lack of remorse.
Real quick, should we be leaving?
It's the opinion of everyone I've spoken to on the ground that no, we shouldn't be leaving. We need to transition. We don't need to do the heavy lifting anymore. We can take out the big pieces of artillery. We can take out, the mortars and whatnot. But we need a presence on the ground because ISIS thrive on chaos. And if you pull out, the Turks are going to come from the north, the Iranian regime is going to come from the south, and ISIS will thrive in the chaos.
Pentagon says we're leaving in April.
All right.
That's right.
Thanks,
and
Benjamin.
you're leaving right now. Benjamin,
Hey.
You're doing great reporting over there.
Thank you.
Yeah, glad to have you here on this side of the pond.
It's my pleasure.